Hello YouTube people, I'm back. Okay, this is part 3, no, part 4 of my video series concerning introversion and extroversion. Alright, there was like a little quiz I was going to do, but rather than do that quiz, I was just going to throw a few things out there and see how much, you guys, whoever is watching, could possibly relate to. Okay, the first thing. One thing that happened with me today is that I went to see my sister in the hospital, and she had just given birth to a little baby girl night before last, right? Okay, so when I went to see her, I did not know her significant other at the time, and there was another lady in the room. I didn't know her either. Okay, but it was just me and my boyfriend that went to see her. Okay, so when I got into the room, and we got all settled and all that. Okay, everybody started talking. These 3 people were all having a conversation that I realized in about 5 minutes I couldn't relate to. Okay, now I don't know if this is just my introverted self taking over at the time or what was going on, but I could not get into the conversation. Not that I wasn't let in, but I could not relate to it. So what I do to avoid the embarrassment of saying something stupid, I sat there and I kept quiet and I smiled. And I looked, and then my sister was talking to me. She goes, "Do you want to hold the baby?" Which was great that she asked me, because I was not going to ask her if I could hold a baby, because I have never held a baby in my life. And all I was thinking about was that if I hold this baby, I'm going to drop it. Or if I hold it, it's going to cry, and then what am I going to do, right? Okay, if I figured I would give the baby back to her. But the thing is that she saved me by asking me if I wanted to, okay? And the way you know you are really somewhat introverted is that you can sit in a crowd of people and be the quietest person in the entire room and watch everybody else gibby gabby, gibby gabby. I was watching these 3 people all competing for a chance to give their opinion on one subject, which was about heavy eating, heavy drinking. No wonder I couldn't relate. I don't do either. Okay, so I just sat there just watching the whole thing. Now, my significant other is introverted, but he has been raised to believe there's something wrong with that. So he spends some of his time trying to get that out of his system. In other words, he doesn't want to be introverted. He is convinced that there's something wrong with that, so he tries to be more extroverted. And at the end of the day, when we finally left and I was relieved to leave, okay, not, I enjoyed being there, but I was relieved to go because it was a social situation to where I felt slightly uncomfortable due to the fact that I did not have much to discuss. I just came to, say hello and see the baby. I was relieved to go because at least the person I was with could be himself, and he was overjoyed. He said, "Wow, that was a great situation. That was wonderful. I loved all that." And I was thinking, well, I loved holding the baby, and I loved some of what we were talking about, but I'm not looking forward to another social situation with these people. Why? Not because they are a little bit extroverted, not because they are introverted, but because they are relating on a different level to something that I don't do, and that is a lot of eating and a lot of drinking. And I've noticed in my life, when I have known people to drink a lot, it's because they are introverted. They don't like that about themselves. So they, again, as I was saying before, they're trying to self-medicate something that they cannot change, but they can work with it, and they can find a common ground with other people who share and relate to the same social whatever. I don't want to call it social anxiety because that's a whole nother subject matter. It has nothing to do with being introverted. Okay, so I won't go there. But there are a lot of people that if they feel their introversion is a problem and they feel that it keeps them from relating to people, it's only a problem if it's mixed with fear. If it's mixed with fear and intimidation, and it is enough to make people think that you are this mole that never comes out in the sun except to talk to Puaxatani, that little mole that they bring out to see what time spring is coming. Unless you're like him, Puaxatani Phil, that tends to make you feel that introversion is a problem. I've got to answer my phone. Thanks for watching. I'll be